Hey there, Annie Gishuru here, racial equity coach for online business owners who are ready to build a business that is racially equitable so they can be intentionally inclusive. Today's lesson is around busting a myth. And this is a myth that I have been hearing pretty recently following the launch of my signature program, Represented. Feedback such as I am not able to dive into this work of racial equity at the moment, Annie, because I have no clients yet. And once I have clients, I will be in a better position to do this work, and not from a financial perspective, because of course there is that understanding. If somebody cannot afford to do this work and pay for a program, then you respect that, and when they're ready they will take on that journey. But this is the belief that one needs to have clients, and when you have clients who you're supporting, then you can begin to do this work. And I believe the opposite is what needs to happen first. You need to equip yourself. You need to have the knowledge so that as you begin to have clients, as people begin to pay you to hold space for them, as people begin to pay you to serve them with the needs that they have, you have something, you have specific qualities that they are saying yes to. So for example, when it comes to being a life coach, for example, and when I was training to become a life coach with a Beautiful You Coaching Academy, I didn't say to myself that I first need to have clients who need life coaching for me to then get that skill to be able to coach them. They need to know that I am somebody who has that skill, who is qualified and who is trained and can hold that space for them as a life coach. The same notion goes to racial equity work. If you haven't done this work, and you're looking to work with clients who this is something that is important to them, this is a value of theirs, or even perhaps they don't yet know the importance of this work, but the fact that you position yourself as somebody who is doing this work, that might be the thing that allows them to say yes to having this relationship with you as that space holder, as that coach, as that course creator who's creating this course that is taking things to do with racial matters into consideration as you're sharing your knowledge, as you're sharing your skills. And so waiting until you have clients to do this work becomes a little bit too late, or perhaps trying to undo things that you have believed in the way that you hold space, in the way that you conduct your business as an online business owner. You have to undo those things when you begin to confront some of your belief systems when it comes to racial equity work. And racial equity work is very much based on the things that have shaped us, our beliefs, how we were brought up, the things we were told are right and the things that we were told are wrong, the things that we were told were viewed as good and the things that we were told, no, that is not good, that is bad, or this falls under that category, or we shouldn't associate with this group of people because this group of people are X, Y, and Z, and you should carry yourself in this way, and this is the kind of people you should hang out with, because if you hang out with this kind of people, this is the kind of person that you'll end up becoming. And so there's a lot of undoing, there's a lot of unlearning. And again, that same notion comes too as you are building that business, as you are beginning to attract more clients. The sooner you can do this work of racial equity work, the better you will be in a position to serve them. One of the questions I get asked is, when is the best time to invest in racial equity work? Well, the best time, and I know you've probably had this saying before, is yesterday. The next best time is now, so that you're not waiting until tomorrow or the future when there's something that's happened and it's been reported and it's headline news and it's not trending yet again, and now you're trying to scramble to educate yourself, and it's coming from a place of wanting to do it quickly. You don't have the luxury, so to speak, of time to take your time to be in a space where it's not necessarily crowded with lots of people trying to learn, but you're pacing yourself. And if you've been following me for some time and you've been learning about racial equity work, one of the things that you will know is really, really integral to this work is pacing yourself, not trying to take on so many things that then lead to overwhelm, that become really, really difficult for you to stay in the work. You've got to pace yourself. And that is why my 10-week signature program, Represented, is so ideal, with simply 4 modules that walk you from introducing you to the work of DEI, allowing you to understand where you are at on this journey individually, because we all come at this work having different exposure to matters to do with racial equity. But this program addresses where you are as an individual and then walks you through how you can be consciously inclusive, because it takes a consciousness. It requires there to be an intentionality. And then finally, working through being that genuine advocate, that genuine ally who is in this work in and out of season, and not just sporadically or when, it's trending, it's in the news. And I highly recommend you check out this program. Right now, I have access to the pre-work, meaning that you get access to a piece of work that prepares you before you get started with the actual 4 modules that are inside Represented. And when you join before the 15th of October, you not only get that immediate access to the pre-work, but you also get to join me in January 2024 to do a virtual DEI planning retreat. It allows you to set your DEI goals for 2024, something that a lot of online business owners have interest in doing DEI work, but they don't know how to prioritize it. They don't know what kind of goals they need to be setting for their business. So the same way you set financial goals, the same way you have goals for your business, is the same way we will be getting together in January 2024 to plan out your DEI goals for 2024. And that is access that you get to when you join the pre-work, when you sign up to do the pre-work by the 15th of October. And all you have to do is pay a little deposit and nothing more to pay until March 2024, when the next cohort of Represented will be enrolling. And here's the thing I want to make mention of. One of the barriers that comes into play when it comes to doing this work of racial equity is time. A lot of people saying, but Annie, I don't have the time right now. This program is really in alignment with where I'm at in my life, where I'm at in my business, but the timing doesn't quite work. You see, when you get access to the pre-work, it's giving you 6 months head start. So you can dip into this work in and out for the next 6 months, knowing that the next cohort doesn't begin until March 2024. And by the time we get started, you will have done the pre-work, which will set you beautifully, nicely for that cohort and to really contribute and add on to the knowledge that you will have received during the pre-work and allow you to really grow into that inclusive leader that I know you're desiring to be. All the details below this video, and I hope you can join us.